Oh, damn. Now I see it. Now.
Yeah, so this one's going to be a lot quicker. Yeah, it's got to tie it up. Um, and then there's the other things that what are they going to say when they look back at millennials, for example, my generation? They're probably not going to talk about all the things that contributed to. Well, we still have the choice, and I'm fully aware of the decisions that I make. Well, majority there's times when you're going because it's habits and you're doing a routine and all this type of stuff, but then you reflect and you think in your extra time, and then when there's a different situation that comes up, or and you're thinking about how to do this, and then there's a situation that's like a repeat situation, and then you remember what happened last time and whether you want that to happen again or not. You make decisions, and then if you don't want it to happen again, you just don't make the older decisions that you made, and so you learn along the way, But most people don't sit through and think all that type of stuff, They just, well, I don't think they do. Who knows? But all the economic stuff and the fact that we were relationally distant to our parents the majority of the time, or a lot of them were, but some of them. What I mean relationally distant, they were there, but a lot of the time you had to cater to their needs, right? But then there was other ones where like they were there, but they were like helicopter parents, just depending on which family you're talking about. But the thing is they're probably gonna write, unless things change, because I know I'm putting in the effort and I know all this type of thing, and this whole don't care about other people, all this type of thing. It's because of all the stuff that has happened. It's been a defense mechanism for a lot of people, and then it causes people like me who actually do care about other people have to not care about other people because it's a one-way street, or people take that information and use it against you, and then I adapt and I don't use the information against people. I just either give them a lot less information, or everything I say is the absolute truth. Every here and there they'll say, okay, so like someone's, where are you going tonight? I might, or this and that, and then you see the same person at 3 or 4 different places, and it's not like they phone call you or text you to meet up or something, and then you meet up, or you know they let you know before they come over, but they don't come over. Well, not much. I got neighbours around here anyway. I say hello to them when I see them. We look out for each other. And you can imagine what they're going to be saying. And that's another cautious thing you got to be cautious about calling yourself a chosen one. Well, I don't call myself a chosen one. I just like that way of thinking, because it's like, okay, you could choose to do this, you could choose to do that, But those who say that, you're the greatest of your family and lineage, you're the greatest of all time when it comes to your family line, that you were chosen at birth. You're chosen at birth. Now, I believe that everyone can have things. There's astrology. I'm a Pisces who was born in March and under the influence of Mars. And is it Ketu? Is it Rahu? Ketu? Bringing things to an end. And Mars is supposedly a warrior. Pisces means that I'm very sensitive. But and then you just you have to put up your guard due to all of these things. And the next thing you know, this person who used to care about all these people, I still do this because of how much I care, but I used to give people financial things. I used to give people rides places and all this type of stuff, and now it's like, I don't give people financial things. I might buy them food, that's when I'm employed. I might buy them food. I say, okay, so what, you see homeless people on the street or something, or maybe they're pretending to be homeless, or I don't know what's the situation. Maybe they're because of their own decisions. Who knows? But maybe they're just luck. I know I'm not going to become homeless because God has told me that, and I know that. But the fact that I am earning $500, and then there was 3 weeks in a row, or was it 3 weeks out of 4? 380 was taken out of my account of the learning people. I never planned to get fired. When I joined and signed and said it, no matter what, I fully believed that I was going to be there until I finished, but things didn't pan out. So, apart from God's favor, and apart from, the thing is I could have been out homeless on the street due to signing that agreement and then saying, and at that time I had full-time employment. I didn't realize that it was going to be a year and a half later that I'd be out, and I don't have access to those things, to those studies, because I'm still 1 month in arrear. But apart from all the savings that I had accrued from work, and apart from, imagine if I just take a week off or something, and every here and there, because, and then this happens, I would have been homeless on the street. But then there's those who are there from their own decisions. So, what do you want to eat? Okay, what do you want to eat? Oh no, can you give us some money? Which is what the majority of them say. And then I'll say no. But I'm willing to spend like $5 on some food or something, or no. Okay, we like some money, please. No thanks. No, see you, bye. Have a nice day. It's been longer than what I thought. Yeah, you can imagine what they'll say about our generation in 20 years' time, or whenever, if things don't change, or things are changing, people becoming a bit more caring, I suppose, or just not overtly in my face, but nothing else. But 20 years' time, they'll probably say, oh, look, we've written this book, A Generation of Narcissists, in reference to millennials and Gen Z, but they won't talk about all the socio-economic and all the things that created a generation like that, right? Now, I'm working hard to not be like that. I know, because I care about people. That's why I still do this stuff.